I have here bamboo blocks, but that are sort of a bit heavier. But you can use also regular blocks or cork blocks. When blocks are too light, it might be slightly more difficult to do what we're about to do, so work with spirals. But that's also fine. And if you don't have blocks, as I mentioned earlier, you can use books. So we want to work with all our joints. So take this opportunity to do a joint check. So articulate your joint as much as you can around the movement that we are about to perform. Take the blocks. So, and we want to try to hold them almost as a little tray. So I'm not holding it like this, but I just want to hold it in my hand, on the palm of the hand. And from here, lift up. And again, if you don't have enough mobility in the shoulders to be here, because then maybe you end up here. So come down and be here instead. So you see the difference between being here. I let go of the rib cage. But if I have the shoulders pointing forward and upward, then I can hold the position. And we want to bend the knees, be very present with our feet. Now from here, look first how the movement is going to look, because then we're going to alternate one arm at a time. This, and then I come back. So put down one block or just hold it in your hand. And from here, I invite you to first go up. So use not just like the hand, but use the shoulder that wants to reach up. Come down, and start sort of opening up, spiral in, stop, lift up, come down, come back, and up, higher up, and again. And then from here, up, down, come back. We do it 3 more times, and then we're gonna do the whole rotation. And if you want, you can sort of soften up the body to, oops. Oh, and from here, we do it again. Continue the rotation. Continue. And now you are sort of drawing 8 figures. And really be mindful about the position of the wrist here, and the shoulder, and the elbow, and the hips, and the spine. But mostly, we need to work with the wrist so much. Come up. You can use the neck, you can sort of use your eye gaze, drishti, to help posture. From here, we want to swap directions, so we go sort of in front of the body, out, and then under and up again. And now we make it more into a figure 8. And you want to think long arm. From the back. When you have, so this can be a bit of a difficult passage. Think again, long. Last one, and then we swap direction, swap sides, sorry. Come down. And just keep holding the block here. Up. Lift up. Oh, my vertebrae just cracked. just this mobilizes and side bends the spine because I'm lifting up the spine. And come down, here under, lift up, come back. And don't worry about how you look. If you think about it, it doesn't matter as long as you are moving. So, and it's exactly in the most difficult passages, for instance this and this, that you have to slow down. Now we're going to continue the movement. So from here, continue. So if I lock a joint, it's going to lose mobility. What I want is to actually articulate the shoulder. Shoulder comes forward, 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 and then up and back. So explore here both the shoulder and the wrist, as I said before. Continue. You can go slower, you can really move around this movement, to move around the spiral. Play. And then we go up. One last time. We need to rest shoulder and then we go up the other side. So I want to have the blocks passing in front of me. And then I turn, come in and up. And again, in by the hips. And now we're making more into 8 figure. And remember to sort of move the rest of the body, because then it becomes easier. You sort of can bend around it. And come up. Okay. Now, we will try to do with both hands at the same time. You heard me. Again, we're going to go very slow. Bend. Top of the hips back. Here we go forward. Relax the abdomen. Lift up. And we go slow down. Start turning. Spiraling in. Out. To the front. And here, complicated. So use, that was a nice one, use wrists and shoulders and legs. So I want to be very careful with this blocks because it's bamboo, so I think we can sort of make a hole in the floor. So I am sort of extra careful in not having them falling. If you want, just at the beginning, just in this case, hold the block if you have bamboo blocks. Let's try again. This is not easy, okay? So, one more time. It's not easy at all, especially here. Opa. Let's do the other direction. So in first, here, in, out. And really the most difficult part is here. This is challenging the wrists and shoulders. But I cannot do this without shoulders, spine, hips, knees. One more time only. You see, I'm also sort of going a little bit faster because, and I'm almost like having this grip in the end, because it really depends on the wrist. How much mobility do you have? Now we want to sort of combine legs and arms. So lift up one leg and up with the arms. Now imagine that as usual in yoga synergy, you want to have the top of the hips back and the pubic bone forward. So I'm not arching here, I want to have a neutral spine so that it's easier to have my leg up. And from here I want to do the movement that we have done already. And then come diagonally behind me with the leg that we had up. You don't have to turn, I just want to show you how it is. And come up. Now make sure that the hips, they're not in some uncomfortable position. Because for instance from here, it can be so that you're sort of shortening one side, and that to me, it's not nice at all. So make sure that you keep the hips centered. So you don't do this, but you keep both sides equally long. I'm not shortening, because that can create quite some tension in the lower back. Let's continue. Let's do a few more times. Let's start from here. Round and bend the standing knee. And the leg in the back wants to be long. I want to round the lower back. Otherwise, you can feel sort of some discomfort in the isha. And lower back. We take it one more time, and then we do the other side. And up again, oops. And here, these blocks are also bigger, so it's sort of easy to move with smaller blocks. Up with the other leg. Balance, activated the toes on the standing leg, bend the knee, top of the hips back, pubic bone forward, relax the abdomen, up with the shoulders, come down, and then start bringing the knee back and diagonally behind you. And here, don't let the arms fall, but push them up. Come back, up, and back, and up, and back. One last time, up all the way, and back. Awesome. Put down the blocks and just shake a little bit. Shake wherever and however you need to shake. Move. If you want to move, move gently. Otherwise, shake. And when you're satisfied, just take a little moment to just feel your body. And breath